Semenyo.
My goodness. Yansha said job at him there Bibia. Charlie form we are come on man, near Basham Wankazamo Maniada. What's some way off? And it's a foul for Ghana. Bonita free kick. Patage now. Jordan now. Yansha said one never bar. Came on Ultimo said. One more to me, Asha said. One to me about Mr. Ebenezer Kwabinadu. Champion fantastic. On fire. Keadu, fantastic evening going out to you. UTN live on show 1045. Keadu Nipa. Yeah, we Nipa. I can't watch a match. We Nipa. You Nipa. Keadu. That's not Godfather. My goodness. 13 minutes. Kudu Sujinache. Your coach is not careful. I'm a referee. I'm a nice park and so. Desmond, we just figured out chance in Kudus. My goodness, this was beautiful. That's what I'm a champion. I can't take it. That's why I said you meet me so body. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Never the about the never so I'm saying. And we should tell when I say Ghana, you're really kind. Yes. You want 12 points. I couldn't say idea. You want 12 points. Yes. Madagascar, you made my man, you know, what about Thompson? I want 10 points. You know, that's I said, no, any Madagascar, really. I did tell you now, so. Of course. Yeah, boss, I quit him, sir. Something about Vanessa, really. My goodness. Live on Atom 106.3 or some 94.7 FM. Yabo. 30 minutes approaching the 14th. Kejuana Gasani, Erica City, ready. When it's a Copa Patino, and I did bro. Now along one to the far left. Ghana, Iñaki Williams, the Bokos, and answer Wadodo. Iñaki was trying to look for Semenyo. National was Semenyo there to me and Kanti Chad for you throwing a trauma mobile Cobanca Central. Chad. When it be, I made it fin Chad for the Kitapono. My Hamata Mainta. That's why I was saying Ghana. Niama, they are coming Iñaki, and Betma Kwana cross the Babu, Nasudabi, telephone about torturing, another connecting, another pressure upon pressure, pressure upon pressure, pressure upon pressure. Ghana, Yanya corner kick, our telephone, Podimo, Asiasa. And Mamu said that's for a fetch and a nice was Yanni refuge no cool rap and so are you? Oh, I cannot sound like no you're refuge home. Corner kick. Yeah, we have more 15 minutes on corner kick in here. Yan Trust be Papa Betma Finaza Taba. Corner kick for Ghana. A long one into the area. That's what I be trying to fight. If we young was you, as somebody can help a Shakwape life here. What enough as here? Okay, or Probidiamano here. Jaja Sosa, or Probidiamano. Sosa across the corner, across the Yabad, and Yabad. That's what I be. Offside. Fasting as a penalty. That's what I be. 15 minutes. Ghana 1, Chad 0. Fantastic live on Isha 104.5 Asampa 94.7 FM Adoma 06.3 Reno Esiedu Square Eric Esiedu Buadi K1 Angasa and Afe Jonathan Esiedu Ubetima Flemi Sokoban Fatilo Nimami Onim Fatilo Nimapa and game in a temporary presence here goalkeeper Edema Chad Abrante from Jordan Abrante no other from LJ Ayaroshe and into Mami Kanfo Jackson Institute of Technology JITF from about to say maybe a reason to know the Biographical Technology it was a name IT woman me parana we catch it and it's an intentum swear the furniture Jackson Institute of Technology JIT now what to Tiano normal computer science artificial intelligence digital marketing yɛkyerɛw network na dem yɛkyerɛw na bibia nso so tima kama the mom men ka kyiri awa brabom watasɛ mesi wo IT ensensam wo fama yɛn ntantam so na furniture Jackson Institute of Technology about your phrases here I was 0596 996037 0596996037 and Campo Prima Tamanum say your ring road near circle about your intention
Swe, Sansona Kumase, so Ayadra near KNUC, Ubewu Jackson, Institute of Technology, our Honum, Revisento Gamma, so goalkeeper, Adama Chad, Jordan Cabernet, Tantamso, Bona Remo Center Secretary, Comse Panyai, Bona Sabach Gidamansa, Wapiamano Center Circle, now Ghana Thomas De Party, oh, lovely control, Wapiamano Bana Gidamansa, Wapiamano Tantamso, Shalabi, Bono Ababadi, Chad and Rantano. Our Mancasa 18 months inside Ronum, goalkeeper Jordan, and by name, but the bonnet to find better was Yankwe. Now, Chad, I'm more better attacking the flat trip at the common name, Jabo Simano Edu and Wache, 18 minutes of second fiesta, Ghana 1, Chad Neo, Santos Banabadi Ghana, our Yagasa from one more, Alexander Jikopia to Mohamed Kudus, Kudus, lovely control, Kudus, channel Fredem, our center second, pass the ball, I want to Wajabonum, Bonabadi Gidamansa, our line is to Gidoko, Oshakusha Kinamaka, Gidamansa, Piamonso, Thomas State Party, was over Petrolum, Washabum, and Washan now Thomas Party, Sabanabachi, Bonabadi Mohamed Salisu Pia, line so, Bonabadi Abrantefono, and Yama, Nama Piamoso, now Bonabadi Mohamed Salisu, into the center circle, Bonabadi Lesana Jiku Piamoso, Bonabadi Mohamed Salisu, now Ghana, Yata Center Secretary, Bako, Miansa, National Charimentano, Amancho Mekra, Yasaba de Bonan Tempa Shosli, Bonantoshan Bonnie Ghana, Ebato Editor Chad, Ewa Center Secretary in Temosa Lineso, Bonnie Ghana, Eto Editor Chad, Ray a World Cup qualified game, Ghana versus Chad. Why and Kunanumre, Gentoso Banabadi Ghana, Chironom, Bonabada Lesana Jiku, Pimpia Bonakunim, Enka Cranka, no Atra Center Second, Alexander Jiku, but Trabana Samotete, Antoine Samanya Betmafana, Nasurabi, Antoine Samanya for Bonabana Toshano, Bonnie Chadebato Edita Ghana, defending train, Chadeto Edita Ghana, live on show 104.5. Assam 94.7 FM at 106.3. Reno Air Crystal Clear, Jantoswe, Bonachashana Bonietro, Chadeto, Edita Ghana, Amataban and Tantamso, Bona Sabedi Ghana, Nantino, now Bonaca Gida Mensa, Mensapia, Bonabadalisana Jiku, Jabon beautifully, now Bonabadi Mohamed Salisu, Open Tabalukran Kakaka, but Chabona Simotete, inaccurate Makwana, Petrobita Chansagana, Nasrabi, Dabi, Jordan Ayu, Atikube, chance ready, Nelson Command Nano, short no, I no break a crack. Nobody to me to them. Now so over the ball goes. 8 months now. Line is open and a Jordan Ayu. And your boy now Bobono. And so
well, Jordan, relax the kaka. These are chances as a strike off his caliber. So to me, a big film. But you know, so far, your man naturally said, and I'm about for business. And I see Charlie for instance, just about 1 or 2 chances to be better. Charlie for and no cry and trouble your goalkeeper that match. And it's so far so good for Ghana. You're bad the cry. I mean, you say your position in there, but you're bad compared to the who have qualifies them.
21 minutes of second fiesta. 21 minutes of second fiesta. Ghana, Yashaba Kochar intimate. Bono AFO, Adama Ghana. Mohamed Salisu, what Piamosuka Krabisa. Bonabadi Lesana Jiku, what Piamosuka Thomas Party to Enesnema, Watchman control Bonabadi Chad. Captain Fantastic Abrantia, Jeff Masina Sulabi, Bona Sabricana, Jiku Jinsamo, what is Samo, nobody got Thomas Party to Mama Kurusuko, Kurusuka, Kurusuka, or Red Maximo, what to display. Oh my goodness.
Not a bad move at all. Yeah. But Cruz and 29 so you are in your volley. No, that's one fact. Beautiful. On a pate woman, Papa, was beautiful. But fun and fun.
Live on us on 94.7 FM at 106.3. It's 104.5 at 98.9 FM. Chris FM, HL Radio, Samsung Kiss FM, Space FM. Over 128 affiliate stations coming to the Chagusa. Sokoba Fatiloni and Toswe, one of the Chadimentano, now Santa Secosa, now Chad, Amu Pepa Manuka, I was Santa Secuco, Majority Tantam, now Bana, Masavi Shatterman, Adama Chad, Abranta from Adam Ali Bakwana, Ali Nasurabi, Ghana, that you want to beautifully referred forward. Am I say Timbox?
Professional foul, of course. And that was a good one. Very good move by Ghana. And yes, Kingsley Schindler read it well. I didn't know see one on that from Nama pressure. That was a great move from Chad. Chad is so hard to get about Schindler. Credit to him.
Bonnie forward in Ghana. Alexander Jikuji got Piabon to shot pass. Edama Mohamed Salisu. The 8 months in him. Yeah, be attacking a French and a Queen in Kakraka. Kingsley Schindler chain. Line is so. Send it like but Jabon and Tandem Subana Jabantia. Jeffrey Inaki Williams had come to Jordan. You talk. Jabon and Tandem so. Now, Banaban to one Samuel Shakisha Maka. Samuel, but Cabana said to Maximo. The attack for Ghana National B. Bonnet Pierre Fred to Maximo. Bon ancestor. Bonica Kingsley Schindler call. National B. Bonnet Jason Bonnier Troll. Ghana ever to Edetia Chad attacking train. Ghana ever to Edetia Chad. Jatuman Tantam so. Bonabadi and Nyama lovely control. Sari Bonabadi. Bonabadi Lesana Jiku. Jiku Piabonoso into the center circle. Bonabadi Mohamed Salisu. Salisu Sari Bonabadi. Bonabadi Lesana Jiku Piato Thomas Pate. Probably Bonamano, the Bonashum Kamakama, Nasurabi, Bonabadi Chad and Mantano, Massa, 8 months and Mossa, Bona, reference Bonnie foul for Chad.
And there's something I'm saying. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare on Yen Honso Luka Samukra. He's talking to the back line on Yomo Kasa Papa. Yes, all your professional be out to focus here. On Yomo Kasa constantly, sir, and that's beautiful. Yes.
Bona Ababati, Chadem Ratano, Awamagasa Femon Mata, Bona Ababati, Abrantos and Marcel Jesse, Adamata Loni Hasabala Pramanaso, Santa Sacomoco, Mopramanaso Nabi, Bona Americana, Thomas Pate Bonatum, Bona Ababati, Abranta, Jeffon and Nyama lovely control of Kishakamaka. Beautifully to Thomas Pate, Pateso Pia, Bonasabi and Nyama Pobi de Bonamano, Nyama Pekabana Kaka, no Shakamaka Bonabonachi, Bonabada Lensana Jiku Pia Bonaso, now Bonabata Brantia, Jeffon Mohamed Salisu Pia, now Bonacra Gidomensa to 1 Samano, the Ghost Cora, Jabo Simano, Edonum, 25 minutes in here, Ghana 1, Chadinel, Bonabata Lesna Jiku Piabonaso, now Bonabata Brantia, Zafana Mohamed Salisu, our center Sako, Bonasakama, and the rate to motion more, National B, Bonabata, Chadimantanoko, Bonacross, Bonnie attacking train, Ghana Batu, Edetia attack, Bonnie attacking train, Ghana to Edetia attack. Jentos Ottoman Tantamso, Bonabati, Antoine Samuel to Thomas Pate Piamoso, Revisier, Refragit Throw, Asarema Ghana, attacking train BM Adamakana, and supporters now, Podonas, Regional Monaso, it says, Sada Abaman, Otanasi, this one, Otanasi, this one, Jentos way, Revisier Foul, Adamakana. Our Santa Secretary and that was a book of offense. And the time Musa referee at the yellow card, and I told about the Fulivis, Allah buy. What yellow card? Body of foul for Ghana. Our Santa Secretary Musa Branch of Jordan, I was so young. Talking about shot pass to Thomas Pate Pia to Jordan Ayu, Bona Sabatre, Bona Ababadi Mohamed Salih to Santa Secretary, to Alexander Jiku Piamano Kama, to Kingsley Schindler Koba Kumi Mesa, Kingsley Schindler, now Wajaban and Takamso, Bona Americana, every Timas Mama Cruz, Ibana Plachas, National Bona People Pabani Sasso, Antoine Samanya Serret to Massimo, nobody Kakana, Ibana Pie, Bona Ababati Abrantia, Bonicesto, Ghana, let us wait to Mosenia referee, Simoni offside, Charlie Babo Adeta Ghana, I was a ghost in the starting near Shamo.
I said first half we got my Otado so far the enemy in match so but now the second half Ekoto hono mi so papa the first half yenyo mo niki abogum second half Ekoto ons ananya Ukraine abogum bebiri so
27 minutes in 27 minutes in Ghana yes about coach intimacy Ghana want to try to nail Zentoso Bonnie True Ghana Beto Adiotia try to not to Gideon Mensa. What about the time so about the NS Niama Piamano so about the Lesina Jikuko Thomas De Party Center Secretary Thomas De Party Bakuman so Piamano so Mona Kurusuko Retimo Sumana National Bonapi Nabana somebody tried to mention Bonam de Loni National B Amachamana Cry Bana somebody Ghana Manchano Bona Abadi Kinsler Shingla Piamano so National B Corner kick for Ghana. Mr. Charles Chanabua, USA. Ose Jananto se Kumo Ghana Musha Mogos. Ose Ghana Yensha Mogos and Yasa Party Enfa. Yensha Mogos, Mr. Charles Chanabua. Fantastic. Buoni corner kick for Ghana. Bako Miensa. No Chabana se Timosmo. A chance for Ghana na goalkeeper de Pierre Ibon Pierre. Wapodi Bono at a Pierre. Bona by the Charlie Manchester Prego, center circle. National Gideon Mensa Chama Brantanaqua. Beautiful tackle from Gideon Mensa Pierre. Bona by the Naslema. Namako, Paletimo, and the Shama shot. Goalkeeper Bona Pierre. Bonisha Bonasabi and Naslema. And Naslema. Osekimakano. Wajabon Tantam Sabana Thomas De Parte. Patasada Bonabonachi. Bonabade Kinsler Shangela Piamanoso, Bonabada Lesana Jiko Piamanoso Kama, Bonabadi Mohamed Salisu, Sadike Piamanoso to Gideon Mensa, Lioness, Antoine Samuel Jordanayu, Bonabache to Gideon Mensa, Yubonasa Kama, Jordanayu call, Jaw, National Be Refraggy Foul, Edamakana, and what child I'm waiting to in Timo Pen, but the Bonatana at the year Papa. Edamakana, Mamus Jordanayu, one Yanchi, as a referee, I am not judgment to sorry, John Asso. Oh my goodness, Jackson Institute of Technology, IT was somebody, Jackson Babua, no atmosphere, cloud computing. Networking, cyber security, digital marketing for Institute of Technology. Mekwaji Nimtie, Efamasoye, Missing Cranum say, Zawa Ringrade, Yabasaka, Sansula Kumase, Yawayadrase, KNUSC, Fiasia, L 0596 996037, 0596 996037, Bonnie Fowl. Baby Abana Jana Jay Padmagana, Mousa Jordanayu, Ania Blantafana, and the cinema, and some perfect commentary. Amumiano, and the Jabonachi, Adamagana, Jordan, supporters in the action, go. Sanchez, Piabana Pietros, put the ball in Sesto, attack for Ghana, go! My goodness! Oh my goodness! Inaki Williams! Of course, yes. Inaki Williams' goal is here. My goodness. Inaki Williams and Osha gets cross. There we are. Antoine Sameno. Niama Yajmanina. Pejabon says Somje. And Osha Fitikina. Otumsa well rehearsed. Yes. Because I'm a short pass way too much more. And acquire Abranta full neck Williams, who call him a pen on the body towards him. Oh my goodness, 31 minutes, 32 minutes. Ghana to
tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Now, I'm sure. Sesia de make makasa park na yama. No, sesia de park na yama. But yeah, some more beyond na pen down. But I can see the happiness of Ghana for any time in Jackie Williams at the board towards them. The second international goal for Ghana, and this is beautiful. The stadium is charged up for Jackie Williams. What's the 106.3 Ashanti 94.7 FM? Ghana 2, Chad 0. Yeah, when the stadium won, you might fuck one. Catch it. You might fuck one. Make it. You might fuck one, bro. And you might fuck one.
Some things are going behind your neck.
Yes. If you're not here, some things are going.
Behind your neck.
Oh my goodness. Mino Kasaya Busia, Kitwana Kasani, Erica Siedubody, Sokopan Fatilo, and a Maso with the Finiwano. Missy, energy, no, 33 minutes in the airport. Ghana, early by 2 against Chad, Antoine Semenyo, Iñaki Williams. Chad form last 11 matches across all competitions. One you need back okra. One 5 draws. And I'm Luzuba Kumakunsia. And yet, when you match, Iñaki Williams, Ghana have 2 goals now.
I told you, sir, I'm expecting goals, and in this particular game, I can catch on say attacking trial now, coaches, you know, or me at the new game, it is the best for Ghana. If you watch this game carefully, goalkeeper Benjamin Asari, or proving the wet, and or Chelsea they on holiday. And now an underdog when it comes to this stage. Next year also has come to bed. Ghana, we need to utilize the begging chances. Everybody, Inaki has scored, Sameno has scored. Who else? Jordan Ayew, he has to score. And I'm expecting more than 3 goals. But how's Ghana? They keep it clean sheet. And I like the combo between Abranta and Salisu and that of Jiku.
There's a chance. Goalkeeper Kudus Mohamed, beautiful 10. Nasia Mane quite cheap Chanisa, Kudus Jinaswa was Wabache, Kinsley Shendler, and then the Chababro, Shendler, and then Chababro so far so good for Shendler. Shendler was for the left hand side. One man in the Pantan Paso, Salisu to the left hand side, Gideon Mensa, crossing your fair, and a top of a call. Jordan, it's a penalty. And the Grafoni Bequam. And then Grafoni Bequam. Paki Swede. Ayado, baby, Ayado, baby. Across Sports Stadium, Ayata Minada, Obusia, which are 106.3, Ashanti 94.7 FM. Commentary position. Yeah, Jenny Grache President. My goodness. Started 5 minutes. Ghana 2, Chad 0. Samanya, Inya Kenya, Akajo. Jordan from one national motum. Jordan and the one national motum. Bodiba, and then Bodiba. Grace Ashley, are joining me. Our commentary position. Mama Grace Ashley, are joining me. Our commentary position. Also, their commentary. Manager penalty, so wait to my mamma. Manager penalty, manager. Microphone, penalty never. Jordan, the Jina penalty, no. I feel better, so wait to my Jordan, you're coming to mommy. Jordan, the Jina.
Jordan, you're penalty, mommy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are behind you.
Yeah. Jordan, what's on the CC? Jordan, are you? Jordan, are you? 3-0 Ghana. Yeah. Grace, commentary the part. Grace Ashley now telling kind about the Black Stars. Grace Ashley. Yes, that's a beautiful one.
And I told you, sir, someone else said, you know, I can't win.
All
of them, they build on the squash.
Yes.
Right now, we are expecting more goals.
Yes. Yen church at the phone.
Just open the no difference. Ghana definitely 3 goals to 0.
My goodness. Abusia Ghana leading by 3. Jordan, are you? Wanona Kwambia Solobo. Nah, you was an Ebesia Quachad for an opportunity. Babia Yasema Biantano, Sato BBC.
The tennis Eric Babia, yes, so you display a quarter. You know my Ghana to say the amount of me, a yempono, you know my traditional no my amount of Betibano. It's a one of display, I will to stand. But I want any part of it, so I even in a perimeter, any part beat now, and I pay stance in Mukan and Nippon beat it now, and they have no option than to open that place for them to go and sit. And yes, Stampede.
And safety precaution you take here, the other OCB.
But it's good to say, and put the take it that precautions, you know, because you take care no, and you have said, cannot I am much here. Eric Quebec of Pasmaba, and also now, the way I know my Sikono, Yama press of Mpo, and Nippon I watch you know, so be on your take it out as a security point start to get them some tuning them, and you can so be out because I go permanent so I am a crowd.
Inside Ayama. Live on Atom 106.3 as a 94.7 FM. K1 and Gassani, Eric Garcia Dubwadi, Minnesota Fatilo live from the Cross Post Stadium, Ghana. First half of 3 Akwamudada, 38 minutes. Say, you're trying to be Nasa. Say, front 3 Nasa Kudusunyaba Kumiako, Semenyo, Osame, before what I know come up here for the Abatre. Ghana with possession. Jiku Jikwajin Watre. Now Swamina Kubucha from Mama was a woofer pie. And I from Benumo Somabai. Chad Benuomo. Back pass beautiful too. Jiku Salisu. Salisu was so the calling him. Salisu the Kitabon Sabri. Salisu Jejaso. Gideon Cock. I was so the Magidi. Now so there be a word to me. Ewadodo Amfa. Live on Atom 106.3 as a 94.7 FM. Abibia Watianka, our Facebook on the soft talk about Fatilo, our Facebook on the soft. Minutes in here. Yabaramwanesa. Sawutia Park and Messi Ayatain, Ayama, Ayatain. I'm a baby, I can't say Obian now I am blocking. Yabia is a challenge, Yabia. It's Obiama, I perform Bumta. I am a head, but Piama. I can't for a challenge you come for Papa. My goodness, I tell for so child for Nebano. Now so she couldn't watch it, Jikubufu. Was a midfielder for the Namuyi. Mama Bonamba is on Tamdo. It's a Ghana Salisu. I get a left hand side. Ghana Echo Gideon. Also their fall line is on Tampaso. Ghana in the half of Chad. Wootiasa 94.7 FM. Atom 106.3. Ghana 3, Chad 0.
Position. Everybody was on Black Stars.
La. The sports cardinal out in Kano. And Cross Sports said on my day. I won't lie to you. A higher day. Name brought a day. A higher day. Yeah, it's tasty. Like I look good to me. And I can see Ghana players. Maybe you want my person say, I didn't move I had it. There's some more baby ball. Yeah.
Me who Jerry free or a poison. Say we can watch your goal now before so about the panel. Or the source of the game was a better goal after that particular goal against BJ. Say ever since that game Ghana and more game here. Jerry Free want to continue the winning streak. Say about also go a scoring streak. It's Jerry Free when he get the chance. I seems another attacker, daily attacker. Obesho go Ghana.
Yes, she said to me afar. Jordan Ayew fights back for the ball for Ghana. This is beautiful. Kudus Mohamed. Kudus Nipamianu. Kudus Mohamed. Kudus. Wasai goalkeeper nano. What pop on up him goalkeeper him. What a chance. Couldn't you have done better?
Of course, yes. Said okay, no. What a chance and what a miss. Now Abrante for in Williams and then Kwana se ko jabo nim. Eni ma Nick Williams no mom one pass mano amabon etima say champion power I was UK at all power and monitor show not live.
Na sani ani amasi kaka kono. Goalkeeper no to be sorry. Could shot na no thing. Ana e bon ni mu panyan ne huni na. Goalkeeper no that form says could shot na no thing. The coordination between Otto Ofe and the attacker bench no Efe.
That tattoo say Desmond Ofe Ejuma Wayan under 20. Our progress Abeya assistant coach to the Blasters no. There's a Juma na Oyeno Eric Dawson. Because Edu baby near who side no our brand the Jerry Tom Bente. But this time round to the sense Desmond to me touch line being alone no coaching and Brantano. So we are tactically Desmond of the brain high.
The Mexican wave, the Mexican celebration, the Mexican wave. This is beautiful. Now, who says Ghanaians don't love their black stars? Who says so? That's all we need from you.
And I'm a German Samba. Who said I would do Samba? It is not do Samba. One shot on one Mupega Koreano or man of the for me say Ebreo.
Na Sani didn't see Kakono, Fatuhana Hide, Fatu Na Mama Grace said to be Casa Sababium. Third go number.
Yabasaya ko Ozaya who make a crabby. Yaba, Yabasa starts Swamo. Yeah, area had here. And Yadia Bob Yabatra has to say. And in the park, and I just offer. Charlie for by a from the Atoms of Pronadia, Park in the idea.
Yakagos, oh,
Membasia Bassa 5. Yes, 2 about 5, Membasia Bassa 5. Yes, 3. The one common what to be natural.
Now, I spell it out now, Mama Grace Ashley there. Now, Babia, Babia so light. I was here at Grass Post on my head there. A more vivid description of what is going on at Grass Post Stadium. Live on himself and Facebook page. Live on Asampa and Facebook page. I'm one who needs to see her. Now, Obias on the lights. Obias on the lights. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God, this is nice. Oh, but Lord, this is beautiful. Oh, I'm riding a coupon. Why is your one to us? My say, I'm not gonna get the year. And if you're the bed,
hey, 45 minutes now, Traviana's hat. 45 minutes now, Traviana's hat. Jasha the referee, and about to show. Alfred Kankana Samiasa. Chad. Intimate Canada, any Brad Bruno. Sure, Yanni Brad Bruno, 27 says, referee 2 minutes now to show. 2026 before World Cup. USA, Canada, Mexico. USA, Canada, Mexico. A
national project. We're a national project. When you Mexico, that's USA down there.
Fantastic one. Fantastic one. Life on Isha 104.5 for Sampa. 94.7 for Mentosway. Bonabadi Charlie Manton on Bonabadi Jatronum. Bonabadi Felix Nubara Pempa Banacronim and Kakaka no Mata Santa Sacano Tadeko National be Antoine Samino. Oh, coolly collected from Antoine Samino. Our Santa Seca. What Plaman Subanabadi Mama Kurusuko, what Plaman Subanabadi Jordan you or the Banachata for Ghana. National be what's one Drotamka.
Now, there's a special report coming from the back of the stadium. Get in BBC to BBC. Pabna pressuring in Chiwaba. Na again is your get in it.
Aruko, also any panel buso, and Adiabakwa, Bambofono, Etomabia, and then the Miami police for Abaso. Almost yet, Chuma, but the panel Dawson. And to her main entrance one. And Papa was to say, every run me, no run. And Papa, yeah, Hunura. Obi, any petty here, a bimo Yadibimo, Red Cross for no pay attention to a bimo, almost say, almost me at home. And easy, I'm telling you, and where are the Bakwa, I can say the new blasters. Say the park up, and then yes, my yakan. Wow, confidence, place no, any Diakoya, and your
na gate banner me who say gate
a main entrance no also oba gas was to ma ya obia ya main knife ohonina sino uwremu a emsi na omo try say ombetimi awura police for so but police for no say am kan no ma yaduma etiama ebufa so eti enipa de eriko enipa prepra and a bisu hu omo mpaboa e bom pai say omo ho beto
babusia referee upon a pay am your Freddy Kenning na upon a rear. I don't know, the love is too much. I mean, kind of frustrated on it. And I mean, no fanatical. I was here, so what's here on 106.3. And yes, 94.7 FM. Yeah, in the Yakasa. And if we watch the Yasam Ketua, and Yama report is here, say, a conformity grandpa where you drop some ground on Papa, I rock like every one of them. There are no 3 in the first half. Shot the 4. Now, Otono will help a bit of luxury to make 1 or 2 changes. I can't post it on my head. 3-0 first half.
And DJ no son of kind was a Sanyomo,
we know about the first one. We're back over. DJ was Sasa.
DJ in the outcome of and I'm my phone and friends and Massa Eric said, and no maybe it's about body.
I'll be count on Saturday. No, let's get now. Half time. 3-0.
Eriko, Sammy, game with my catch now. If you look at your temple, the city. We have no choice.
Insurance 04.5 FM so any Kwana quick one na yene
yeah more Ghana baso I think say almost at just under 2 minutes na first go aba nje mom confidence e ko soro child for na me bo hwe total go kra child for so na kra ntumi bo no
of course
nje say a set trade strikers nyina shigo but na me nuti en kan kra opposition no any opposition
enya dia betumi dia measure ya ho den say be be pese ye
but all the same the 3 points in here to ensure Sibenya confidence ahead of us second game and then also secure the top spot and league top no say be ya table no so be boy ama ye niam timi akoye dia ma ndino sabi say okopena mu wuram it be the two e bono card me bono afidie so timi ni nyina ne say wa den wanyanam so acha say ndino odi ahoma esi form a wasi odi atwede say wasi uri su say wasi obi di tuo ete oba wasi enji ni nyina no Ghana yesi form ndino yamoko tutu ado na mrante na baso but still your coordination our team ni munye your build up is slow and afi we see the message na ni mo no makeka bom for na ebo no I say musu yi papa but it's all because the opposition no nyana adwen so bobo omo attack and omo so mun defend and omo so omo press yen and omo so 50 balls in your team ni embo enjoy the same is only Ghana yamo so
Mamen Cobra Yabesa na abana yababedi Kobo Insha 104.5 FM so near ya call Dawood Herbal Hospital na yedin komo Dawood 360 capsule Dawood ointment na ya di stress ni pediano na afi wonom capsule so na ni nyina so tumi abo adwuma na okọ Dawood Herbal Hospital na okọ akọti sana ankasa kwado
Bema
na mpom ti say
empom ne de mu odin pa na de me fe pa ne say ye bobo yi say on say players ni na no obu ebewie na ye to na ye titini na ho kakra wa hwe ni jepe bia ne ya me pa chaw ye Dawood ointment de wo ye bia me pa chaw say wo ye player na bobo wie wo na me ya obi de ni boot na tim ba bi me pa chaw pe Dawood
ya shemien sa de kan an we Yeni excuse bia wabra ibo wi a ye ba be kan yeni excuse bia dan se ye be shanti 3 aba first half yi ama ne yemani nyina no etimi akoso kama ye be fia na afi ya ba be din komo sanse enche second half of the game no beto aso wo de wo ne se Accra Sports Stadium na bibia nso atimi akoye enti yes yemra me din komo kakra manya menua wa ha yeni komo emfamfiri Vema Plus Oma so ye ni nkomo. Chama se bibia boko.
Rather than boss.
Me de radi ase.
And I call Mr. Wihiabi. Dawood ointment and who dear woman a bride and test so. Dr. Dawood Charaki Kanu Brabe Brenana Bomu and Haman were there sadre na a boy Juma ye pa it mesro. But Martin so bet me any be a fear. Taxi drivers, truck drivers, commercial drivers Ninano will be a uncompared Dawood ointment any 360 capsules. Oh no 360 capsules and now the ointment in a a drum yeni a Juma Bomu a year Juma ye papa a boaman nipaduani CPS ta. Mema menoma moya maso many na Jumana moya no sabi. Aquaquesa boabo bonia. Uniana na cabeto kumadia man said J. Fabo duan with so a Jumana yano a your word Juma. Yama menom Mr. Mukanamoba Mosode Ahumdate a biko baby at 2 a.m. no muko Chesa Wamusoren temper. Okono obasi anana hunamina ya me pacha wo hia Dawood 360 capsules and Dawood ointment mame emeda ho enka se mi jonku mi sisi me mfe eya me ya me pacha o tena besa ko adwuma so eni nti na me kan for ma say onfa so na wunya ye no pebe 20 Ghana pe fa na kokopa aduro ni bi na fa bra betwitwi na pe capsules ni bi benom na fa ointment ni twitwi ahoden beba mame obetimi ada na de chenso watimi akọ adwuma so akọ masom no aboa ma wo ma ana wabusu na bibia di mesra wa ye do papa e de abadwa so Dr. Dawood kwa etuo no ho ane wo no erinti se ukosa hwiwa na nukrani edi okra wo nya ketwa enam nupa wo ye nti mesra wo erinti na make for Dawood 360 capsules no edi ama wo se pebi wo fie wo bi akaka wure eyam anase hunamani nsansan yade bia no ne last stop Dawood ointment edi 360 capsules no ne last stop no but modern sa won sabetimi akabie me pa cha wadwuma bia wo ye bia so wo ye fitani wo ye mesini adwuma bia wo ye bia wo ye driver ba bia be ko be bia me pa cha nka abri bia no ma Dawood ointment any 360 capsules ni bi enka ho na timi aboa bebre kwa fi se eye adwuma eya adwuma pa gini pampempem me pacho ye straighter what da car na se ye ho adwuma wo ba fia bo so honam ye wo ya me pacho menua bomodien so benya Dawood ointment ni bi na fa twitwi wo ho na hoden beba obi wo ha ene dai areho samesi okumasi a te se ejai to hoi pa na nipa wa abronsan so ye force yi niema efiri ho yetimi niema na yato so kwabra ni nyina fom no nso obeso be wie na pem no no atofom na niema ni na sa tuhye so minia ene nyame ene jefo wagye binom papa mesra kopa Dawood ointment ni bi fatwitwi na obetime nya hoɔden na otimi ada na watimi anom nsu atwɔpɛ ni ahwɛ aban na nim ne mo obetime de aboa ye nyina entime sra sabre de ohia hoɔden a obetime de atena se de ohia Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules bomodian so obetime nya bi dwama so ko ba bia benya bi atɔ aduro ne ye papa emma moton bayire wo dwomu mesra mo obia nkonkopa bi modwuma na mo ye no din ye papa mesra obia mpa bi mesrawa wonso adwuma bi a wo ye bia minus ni nyina obi ankonkopa bi se adwuma bi a wo ye so ya galamsini anase wo ye small scale mine mesrawo wo hia Dawood ointment and 360 capsules ni bi ma me fa breka krai Efanka Dawood Herbal Hospital wasem ansana yatoa agokansie no so commentary no atwa gudi amamo me pacha for Dr. Dawood I was 0244 88 64 37 0244
rather
yes 0244 88 64 37 but modian so betimi afra doctor now na din komo mesrawo Dr. Dawood wa hom adwuma na wo ya no ebro adwe ne ntiase so de bia me ka se wo ye danso wo dan sonko ewo abibiduro mu Herbal Hospital no dodo na ba wo mo ye adwuma pa wo mo ye adwuma eniti na wachinchin wo mo so saa ukra card bebre maame ebaba mu yade na sintu ye ene to hu ni so ma anya hweaman o ma ye bibi ma me nyo mo anka bi krank wawu wo mo na so ma wa bedu sam pempenso papa mesra wadu pempenso di se mizaya ne betu yade na sema wo mizaya ne Dr. Dawood mesra wo amanfo akọ no hodi adanse what ya say amanfo eboni din asamba akopa na meka mesese isaka dondo be ya da na fri Fatima asa efise kwan Fatima be fa so asa no ejinja kese isaka mani bodondo ni ma hu papa no minim se ni osi se yade
unye oba so mo ba no bo ne nsa no so mo oba hu nsa no na nsa na oba ma hu nsa no
mama ke bia wotia ke bia in Facebook ewo bia no mesra yade na wo susu se ayeko anko ewo so no dabi oba na Dr. Wood sre na onya ka se inshallah nyame ne yaresa fo pe eyesa me so meto na ma sede na mani agye nim se Dr. Wood
when yaresa ben
minim so betu ase e de amount mesra hwe SD asafo ewo afi
ja ne beba anasa o yire no nkofo me fekire agye match no so when memo ma ware de na so mo yire no nkofo na tin koko because onya mfaso bia dem emfa because
$11
all right.
That's all right.
Match ni nye impress. Said okay. Said who view how the who game. Okay.
Your chance Jordan are you?
Say nande wanya de no kra de me make say
carbon here draw and anke nya maximum 3 points.
Nde wanya de say or the penalty asebako. E pacho osu betimi afre 0593335585. Okay, and no fella, okay. Wait my friend 053424.
Because Chad is a football nation, the answer. That what you have boss can go give the direct. Who do a more after trend. Who is there? Next
Oh, yes. Doctor, the minute Doctor Nantiache.
Wow.
Because
next year, dear dance.
Yeah, that's the American is the good. Why are they
buying okay. Hello. But good evening. But you didn't be a casa free.
I'm back with you.
Yamiar when I say. Okay, but you Ghana 3 first half. Charge 0.
Second half never show one account.
You never show one account.
Against Chelsea and Liverpool, and using his experience to start the second half here in Group I. Ghana looking very strong indeed. Saw a whole host of substitutes warming up at the half-time interval. If Otto Addo is feeling flexible enough, he certainly has the players that can make a difference as well and add to the gloss on the scoreline. Chad working the ball out well. That's about as good as they've done so far. And that's a surging run. And it ends off in a foul. Kingsley Schindler a little bit perplexed at having given that away. But Adam Ali Muhammad, the man who used his pace, and finally Chad showing some impetus.
And there's Niama, in, out, watch your chair. Niama just watch the draw. Niama chair. In, out. Now, there's a baby. Almost a mama, Judiwa. Papia, many, Alas Covenant Stone, yes, I make last line also of Papa.
Offer, sir, Blasters a bar, and Yama fell one ever. And Cassia, Ketua, Krukua, Tentia, Kokotum, Ninaba. That is the benefit of the senior national soccer team, the Blasters of Ghana, when they are playing well.
Yes. There, Gideon Mensah's pass, or what saw and pass to the Macudus, who's a Jamori Thomas Party, Chiku, Ghana, Popipi, Chiku, Jamori, right hand side, Ghana, Schindler, what Jamori, 1-2 Nefe, cross Mepemwana, Naso Chine for no. Chan for a Jam woman and Trashi, or one shell the border and Trashi. Oh, my Jam woman and Trashi, to a goal kick. Francisca Sadinam, I say, Kudus and Patea the college, okay? Yan Chesa Betumiafa. Na Mekasa Dijano, Oman Homesono, half time the Okano.
And I say, pull up, from some catch loss here, no OTA. Also, what telling you is on the num trip and buy it. But I'm so Chelsea on the terabyte, and you know, a good terabyte, so it's about Pogos is here, Paul.
Ghana still with possession. Alexander Jiku. And a pass from Pate. No, Shekudus, Davin and Santumianka Kudus. And then line up in Sakai players no ADS Shadakam Bebrinaba. And Yasam Ketwa. Mohamed Salisu, say Abdul Karim Shadakam. Antoine Semenyo Salom. Enes Niamani Diba Kweshadakam Yapia. Inyaki Williams, say Arthur Soso Canadian. Pierre Nidim, Alexander Jiku, say a friend of Pabna Bedu. And then Nina, my say Pabna Bedu, no other Pabna Bedu. Shout Nekita Bosabe. Mahamat Mainta for chat. Now watch more the Abasia Santa Paso. Amata Braman on their captain of a side. Watch one Santa Paso, the Mahamat Mainta to left hand side. Ive Salarabaye. Baya for line so Sagana from one of my Bodano. I'm a Tomboko, Charlie Fonini, Jabon, so Sapia Swadia Bachelor.
Only a Charlie team, Obi or 10 days or the body defense. Well, Muni Mobo, where I see so man 7 or 10 days or the body. Now 10 years, I did buy him in the goes, Charlie team or the 10 years he bought you.
Number 10 shut up, man, Mahamat Mainta, Bunia, Chirosa. While you're the number 10 or the Bunia. Was it wouldn't tell Betty? Number 8, Jesse, so defend about position number 8.
And some it was Charlie, yes. And then I see it in 7 plus goals. I see 7 plus goals. But I like the confidence. Benjamin Asar, what they organize it. Mobi and Yana do say, Chad Ashanti born and fine. Boy, now what Pemano on any different and influence. And so many years, one who said, Uncle Drew Morocco, I'm Momo Metendi, Uncle from the no way.
Benjamin Asaria Neko 3-0 Ghana, second half. Yaporem 1 second 15 minutes. 5 minutes into the second half. Ghana and a guitar bonus outbreak. Nice pass. 1-2 Nafa looking for Kudus Nasrabia Fachara taking over. Kudus Apiana Twakinator foul. There's a foul. Kudus 1-2 baby foul. Ghana. Ghana man sorry warm up. Shout for Sunday Afghan qualifiers. Ghana Yanchimia qualifying no child for us also Afghan qualifiers now. We have 3 points for the possible 18. Then Chan playoffs and also one for Momo. Tomo de Jose Munyo child for and 50 minutes in the airport. Ghana still leading by a goal. Ketchuan and Cassani, Erica Sierra, Minnesota Fatilo, Sierra Square. I can't post to Matiafa. So Ghana near Niama. It's a foul. A foul on Niama Shifamusa. Get to form. Correct call from the referee.
Of course, yes. Now, I'm not a fan of this game. China and Nobus working in Koya. Kabir who put a match at. Essence already, no, what the Kauru most movie. And a moment could tsunami Chono Sweba. It's Kabir 2 against 1 at a theatre for no. Now, Branton over idea. And what kind of top from Yasadia and Kati Abayomo.
And Kati Pana Bayomo tap born in Taye. Say, I'm not penalty box from a match out penalty box. We had rock Akika crab or penalty box now. Would you enjoy all? Would you decide that I said, yeah, I can want to get Swabia. That's why I can get Swabia one upon it down. Sabre, Charlie for the ball from left to right. Omachi at conference center. Eti Washa. One of the Hakinajibe. Man was said Jordan Ayu Chile, Sansona, Ghana Plasto, I'm someone in Accra. Baby, now talk about Roma penalty box and get over Bobona 7-4-7 minute grab your measure. Child of one idea, we have a resource in recent times in Tatina and Sananya Papabia. Into a more now, Hopi against all hopes. What makes me upset by so far? The Papabia Sadamai. Our goalkeeper is virtually on a holiday. He keeps talking to the back line. When you communicate this, Yanshay, one abroad, that's what I be. Kudus Mohamed Peja and Namponiso. Peja born and Namponiso. 52 minutes in the airport. Live on 106.3 94.7 FM. And Mali Echi Sadesheno. Madagascar only November anymore. Central African Republic born 1-0. Now for Komoro Chinisha 2. Go for it. Pate 1-2 Nefe, 1-2 Nefe, Niama, 1-2 Nefe, Niama. Goalkeeper punch up here. Goalkeeper punch up here, build up with all sweets. But the goalkeeper read it well. A punch up here. Pack up on my men out of cash posted on my head. Niama Asante Pona de Macana, Wasolia Quacheta Paso. Antoine Semenyo for Ghana. Antoine just for Gideon Mensah. Gideon was on temp pass from Alexander Jiku. Jiku was so what am I Salisu was so bad. I saw the track and put the center line. I was on the Gideon Mensah. Gideon was so the Manuama. Riama Jaja Bonus of Pretty Box Nifin. Riama Passo across the Asana chant was Semenyo.
I'm here training. Who's the penalty? I know born a penny or Tikube, Sabe, Babia born in the Namuno. Just say Victoria German, or Germany, or Tenebre, and yes, our party, they are born a fire in there. By the flatty in Tiangadi.
Yenshe, Sabi, Papa Betima Fimaba, corner kick for Ghana. Iñaki Williams, fans are Quape fans, Papa. Corner Noir, Abano, Iñaki was man fans. Wajato.
And Naki Williams one Shagua on Casa Blasters and Lazaro. And so was 3 now 1-4. You got charged for them in school for
corner kick for Ghana. Niama Pechadia Chiremotri Korean. Beautiful goal. And goal. Mohamed Salisu. Referee said Salisu. Referee said Salisu. Mohamed Salisu. Salisu on the 4th goal for Ghana. And Yetumre.
Water. 4-0. ABY and I make a news no so say Ghana that's a for sense a shade for no. I'm shipping boys shipping and they're shipping it's as I'm shipping boys.
They are shipping. It's we are shipping them. Started up from and 9. Fatilo Twaso.
Fantastic life on a 94.7 FM at 106.3. Insurance 104.5 FM, Chris FM, Kiss FM, Space FM, na Kiss FM, Takrade, Dawood Priaro, I said to them live for Takrade FM, Yan Chamuna, Tosway, Bonnie Sergeant Floyd, Center Psychosan in Chamosa, our lovely control, Charlie Machanama Service Settlement Adam Ali and Tmanko, Bonatrashano. Bonnie Center Secretary Chamosa Chad, Eto Aretakana Matubaro Bonabetre, Bonnie Crack Chadim Ranchana Kumin Mesa, Chadim Ranchana Bonabetre, Ababati, Goalkeeper Jordan Piabano Sukawakama, now born Abedinam 8 shots at the man Adama Chad, Abranta for Amat, Abdurrahman, Ono Anel Signing, hey. Obey the pitch in the BMO. I say, Antoine Semenyo, Until Messi Park history, until the Messi pitch history, Antoine Semenyo.
We Munina, we was security for a park issue. Gradia Ubiabe. We only say, I can't about towards the Siano. Go. Money, Mabisha, first affair. Offering every Abesi Park issue. Time out 2 years, I will be near Kai. So, Munyai, and support our baby.
Gentos, Bonnie Crack, Charlie Manton, paper on the common name. And Kaka, Bonabetre, Bona goalkeeper, Adamachar. Abrante, Fana Jordan, aim by Nisem. Also, I mean, aim by Nisem. As well as got some Pemuasem, as well as Yasam, then Chasabana Center Sector, Bonica, Ghana, Mohamed Salisu, Bonabetre. Now, Asida 102.9 FM, and the demo live, Asida FM, at Demonstration. Said Maya Day, I had to be asked on the touchlight. I have to Sabotuku, I am Maya Samanya, I had to what a game and what a match. What a game and what a match. Jabo Simana, Remosikana, Bogosa, Jabasakana Safo, Ghana Safo, Chad Intimate, Mr. Danyami, Godfather, see you, recreation center our quarter way sirigin oponicas yes so the maya de fantastic me Canada higher the dada Gentle Subanu Kadana Alazona Juku our center secretary Banasika Krabisa and the Shama Red Tobasmo Nasabi but my Nabani and Nakotibano I control it beautifully Nakotibana control it beautifully and so Antimanko Ama Buana Bari goalkeeper of my child Jordan and by Nasam was your Bianco Mukom Yajufa Kragu and one of Dantimukom sure goalkeeper now on the national phone said the game no we are so for okay be on probably maybe a phone and a John probably to the game no Gentle Sway Buana Babaticana Kingsley Singler I think I said Masata Sakosa Buana Badabra from Mohamed Salisu you want to see Buana Nike Williams our far right Inaki Williams lovely control Inaki Oshiki Makarabana National Buana Timanko Buona Tranco, Simencho Krama, Saban Masatake. Buona Joshua Bonnie Tro. Defending trying. Essensa Bono. Ewa Chada Magasa Famonama, Tino. Amoto Ayatakana. Ewa Moitimas in the Timosa. Now, Buona Babati. Ghana. Debbie. Chadi Natamoko. Baku, Mianimisa. National Bona Joshua. Buona Joshua na scoreboard no. Edum Simabe Sunie. Edum 7 minutes here. Eso Nedum Eso Nedum Afida Dum Kra. Janche. Buona Bere Thomas Tepate. Pate Pama Salisu for Ghana. Salisu Pempa Bana Mika Kra. Santa Secretary Mosa, Bonabre Antoine Samanyo Shikimaka, Antoine Samanyo Jabonica Krabisa, Bonabre Gidemasa Mesa Piatu Jordan, are you come to fantastic? Jordan, are you? Jordan, come for the Piamoso, Antoine Samanyo, to Gidemasa, where you're going to say to Maximo, Petre, Jordan, are you? Jordan Samanyo, attack for Ghana, Nasrabi, Dabi, Bonafair, 80 Mosumo, Papa, goalkeeper Jordan. And by the same time intervention, and yes, our brother and Kafif Gono, by Adama Ghana, Gentle Sway, goalkeeper Jordan. What people also take time so Banner in Tenton on the Machad National. Charlie said for the Kamis Abaka Piamano so, one of the number 8 shot man. Abrante for Abdurrahman Piamano so, now Bonabadi, Talasukabati, Bonabadi number 10 shot man, Edamachad National, Mohamed Manta Piamano Kama, now to my session to Maloney, Hasabala, Chad National Makata from one ma, I'm more Bono, I'm more better attacking a fraction of common him, now Chad goalkeeper, Jordan and by Nesole podium for Diagro, where you want to sim time so. Buona per intenzione lovely control national be Antoine Samanyo voici point Ababai when Chama Brentry Antoine Samanyo ko Samanyo Piabano so Buona per Jordan Ayu national Jabonisa and the son of Etimosa in Timosa to Jordan Ayu jaw Etimosa jaw ada Buona per Kira Mensa Piabano to Thomas Party no answer no party no answer where you wanna see beautifully Ghana Bobby 1 2 3 Amote Samosa, Alazana Kudikopia, to Mama Cruz, what Piamo so beautifully, Bonabana Mensa put it to be swingana, why is you going to write to Mosimo, now should be Chad Macalasso, Bonnie Crachad, Amacasa from Morma, Adamali, Asiam Koi, Adamali, lovely control Adamali, Bako, Mianimesa, Wagram Santa Sacosa, now by beautifully, Bonasabatra Chad Macano, initiating attack 1 2 3. Bonabana number 5 shot man, Adama Chadimantano, Frederick Joyta Piamano Kama, now Bonabana in Tantanua, Chadimantano, 1 2 3, Amatra Santa Sacra Crebisa, I want Tantanua, and Bonabetre, Bonadeloni, Hasabala Sopia, now Santa Seco, Amakami came down, ready from the low tempo, for now, I cannot go so much on Mopanesa, Omunya for Mopanesa, Omunya for now, Amopanesa, they catch it for say. Madagascar Remu away. I was a Central African Republic 4-1. And Mali away. I was a Comoros Miensa, Comoros Sentimente. It is a gun here to fear. Yes, so far. Dayadie, Montpellier. Hey. Jabo Simana Dosianum, 65 minutes in here. 65 minutes in here. Ghana 4. Chadino. Jackson Institute of Technology, JIT. But JIT one of the about to say cyber security, cell networking, software development, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, digital marketing. About to try amohu. No one here now we are. When you do my year at Jessica Guboto.
A corner kick. A corner kick. Your mobile.
That's something that's been pointed to. And as for Chad, with all these debuts, there's always a risk that the coaching outfit of Talia Zakaria is going to be facing. Ghana coming again. Semenyo on the overlap to Nwema. Gets it to Ayu, holds the ball up at the edge of the box. Keeps it well to force it back to Mensah. Thomas Partey just chips it out wide. Jiku and Partey again. A bit lackadaisical, but gets away with it. Now Kudus. Excitement whenever he's on the ball. Gideon Mensah. Mensah with a neat delivery and has to be well headed out by the captain. Ali Mohammed for Chad. To Hazabala. Now to the number 5, Jueta and Hazabala. No real pace around the game so far, as Chad just eke out a chance. Yet to test the goalkeeper. And only a scuffed shot having to be handled really by Benjamin Asare on his debut. Jueta. Now finally Chad. Jueta. And a strike from range. But far off target. Well, the 21-year-old taking proceedings into his own hands or off his own feet. Jueta, who is experiencing his 5th game for Chad, having started under Kevin Nikas, the former administration. Finally, a little bit of real estate being eaten up by the Chad players, or rather Yves Larabai. And he has done well to finally get his side a corner kick in this half. This is the 2nd corner for Chad. Only around 30% of ball possession throughout the match for the men in blue and red. It's going to be taken by Jueta. Oh, and it's actually a scuffed effort by the goalkeeper to prevent the header by Yannick Masra. The number 9 got ahead of his defenders. And that wasn't a very convincing piece of orchestration from the goalkeeping department. He'll be hoping that his defenders can at least save his blushes on this occasion. This time he does palm it over his bar, not taking any risks. Asare. He's conceded 7 goals across 18 appearances in the Ghanaian league, and desperate to keep it at an absolute minimum in this match. And finally, that's about as safe as you can grab hold of the ball. We just saw a little bit of encouragement from coach Tari Zakaria as his side finally look to establish themselves in this game. You do wonder if it's too little too late, especially if Ghana can find a 5th goal. They're in no hurry whatsoever. Possibly thinking about injuries and that next game that they have coming up, a crucial one against Madagascar. The 2 Group I leaders. And that game being played all the way in Madagascar, so big travel for the Ghanaian players. And they'll want to conserve as much energy as possible. With all that being said, a few more goals wouldn't go amiss. Here's Jordan Ayew, played into the path and an easy finish. Into the bottom right-hand corner from Ernst Nwama. Well, I said you got to watch out for the injuries. But I'll tell you what, that celebration, very much worth it for the 21-year-old. Ernst Nwama, the Olympic Lyon man, now puts his name on the score sheet. Four attackers, 4 goals, each of them adding to this 5-0 scoreline. And Ernst Nwama, the latest, just polishing that result. His 4th goal for the Black Stars, having scored against Mali earlier in this campaign. What a lashed shot it was, a beautiful finish into the bottom right-hand corner. And he really has deserved it. A mainstay for Olympique Lyon this season, scoring 6 goals across all competitions. And another bright prospect for the Black Stars to look forward to in years to come. So that's Jordan Ayew, Antoine Semenyo, Inaki Williams and Ernst Nwama, all with a goal. And it is brilliant when your goals are shared around the team like that. And you can't even say that Ghana has got out of second gear in this half, and yet they already have 2 goals. The quality on show here by the Black Stars playing in their yellow kits, palpable. Here's Thomas Partey to another goal scorer, Mohamed Salisu. Semenyo. Here's Semenyo taking it out on his left. And just running out of space and box. Well, it's surely time for Otto Addo to be thinking about ringing the changes. A host of players just absolutely brimming with anticipation on the bench, eager to make their names in this setup. Before this match, the Ghanaian president, the former Ghanaian president, John Mahama, said he wasn't going to be eating. He had been advised not to eat before watching this, anticipating a tense game. It's been anything but that, as the first substitutes for the Black Stars do appear. It's been a fantastic game by Inaki Williams. He comes off, and so does Ernst Nwama. So 2 attackers, and Abu Francis there. He's going to be getting some game time, as well as the number 19 there coming off there. A really successful trip for Antoine Semenyo. And then some Chadian substitutes as well. Benjamin Merba comes onto the field, as well as Harun Mohamed Abakar, and the number 20, and number 7 rather, Adam Ali Mohammed. He's off the field. As is Yannick Dunda Masra, a substitute that was earlier slated. So a raft of changes there for Chad as well. Well, Ghana looking to see if their subs can provide even more. Just a reminder of those substitutes. It is Enes Nuama and then Francis Abu. Inaki Williams on. Brilliant effort there from the number 11, Antoine Semenyo. And certainly he'll be crucial for their effort. Out wide to the right wing, and that ball just a little bit too much, but Ghana can still keep this alive through Gideon Mensah. Back out to Jordan Ayew. A back flick to Mensah, comes out to Partey. Partey now more around the left wing. And just look how high these defenders of Ghana are playing. Confidence brimming through their veins. Abu Francis. That's right, to Kingsley Schindler. Francis again. Out wide to the right wing, and that ball just a little bit too much, but Ghana can still keep this alive through Gideon Mensah. Back out to Jordan Ayew. The left winger, Thomas Partey. A back flick to Mensah, comes out to Partey. Partey now more around the left wing. And just look how high these defenders of Ghana are playing. Confidence brimming through their veins. With the outside of his right foot. Abu Francis. That's right, to Kingsley Schindler. Chiku to Francis again. He'll be happy to get some ball at his feet. Well, if they weren't deflated, Partey, the left winger, Thomas Partey. A lot more forlorn now. Former La Liga champion with Atletico Madrid. Black Stars rubbing salt, and he might have got onto it there as well. Thomas Partey, he carries on, industrious. Sulemana, with the outside of his right foot, a Rebona type pass. Sulemana, who replaced Inaki Williams. Ghana still with all the possession, and Chad, well, if they weren't deflated previously, they certainly will be a lot more forlorn now at 5 goals down. The Black Stars rubbing salt into the wound with those 2 second half goals. Thomas Partey stabs it out wide to Gideon Mensah. Jordan Ayew dropping deep.
To watch the match, enter the link in the comment. To watch the match, enter the link in the comment.
Sulemana,
To watch the
who replaced Inaki Williams. Abu Francis looks between the lines. You could see the run there. It was inviting indeed. And using his body position well there, Gideon Mensah. Years of experience. And managing to draw the foul from Azaz Guja Brahim. And that pass just with a little too much energy on it from Thomas Partey. Well, it really has been value for money. And you do wonder what lessons will have been learned by the Chad technical staff. Wanting to try something completely new with all of these debutants and using all of these ASPSI players. This was never a game, though, that they would have banked on. That ball over the top should run out of play. And Chad's goalkeeper, Jourdain Benissem, will be preparing for the goal kick. Number 7 for Ghana, Jerry Afriye, just 18 years old. And he's stripping down. Also hoping to get in on the action for his second appearance. Otado is still thinking how his side can add to their tally. Before this game, they had 7 goals. Now they will be on 12. That's far more than any other side. Kudus. That's brilliant work there. The trickery of his feet. Just to dig over the top, and finally something for Jiku and Salisu to contend with. But that's about as easy as it's been the entire evening. Salisu along the ground, and that is quite a foul. Gets up quite acrobatically as well. The Ghanaian forward. Sulemana right into the back of him there. And there is the substitution of Jordan Ayew. He's led well from the front again, the captain. A clinical penalty in the first half to make it 3-0. And on his place, Jerry Afriye. On for his second appearance. He did score a goal on his debut in that 2-1 loss to Niger in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifying. Oh, there's Jordan Ayew's picture finish from the penalty spot for his 29th Ghanaian goal. Afriye, who plays in Spain for Lugo in the lower divisions, and we saw him warming up at half-time, and he'll be absolutely thrilled to get his second appearance under his belt for the Black Stars. Speaking of substitutes, here's Abu Francis on the ball. Now Thomas Partey around the corner to Kudus. That's excellent play from Ghana. Just look what some confidence can do. Sulemana Kudus receives the ball back. Kudus again. That's excellent stuff, and once again thwarted by the goalkeeper. Kudus absolutely desperate to be amongst the goal scorers this evening. A game which has already seen 5 different goal scorers, and 4 of those with starting in the forward line. Nicely through the lines. Here's Gideon Mensah, lashes it across goal, and this surely should be no. Over the bar, and the score remains 5-0. Mensah playing it across the box. Kudus with a toe poke, and nearly a first opportunity of the match for Afriye. That would have added to his 1 goal for Ghana so far in his fledgling career. And finally, Thomas Partey is going to be the man withdrawn. The Arsenal man, who's had a stellar outing, just keeping the position of the team in place. And another debut for Ghana, Lawrence Agyekum, the Bruges man, who's had a starring role for his club this season. Congratulations to Lawrence Agyekum, making his first appearance for Ghana. Agyekum, a Austrian champion with Red Bull Salzburg in 2023. 38 appearances in Belgium this season. And now on for his debut. in the side after an injury to it was Elisha Owusu, and grabbing the opportunity with both hands. Chad finally getting the ball up the pitch again. Kamis Haruna Bakar, the left back, hurried and hassled by Mohamed Kudus. Still somehow has the ball. That was amazing. Look at him go. And just ran out of pitch right at the end. Well, what an astonishing run that was, but a bit of a free pass from the Ghanaian players. It was Felix Nubara, rather, who's switched sides now, that gave us that incredible little display on the touchline. Salisu, for the most part untroubled alongside his centre-back partner, the Fenerbahce man, Alexander Jiku. Salisu again. Out wide to Gideon Mensah. Tries to find the run of the number 22, Sulemana. Another substitute coming the way this time of Chad. Number 5, Frederick Jueta. The central midfielder, he comes off. And on in his place, Joel Gingar, a defensive midfielder for ASPSI. And that's just about giving game time now, as far as Chad is concerned. Ghana, they're still seeking a 6th goal here. Some touches for the number 18. And number 21 for Ghana. This is Abu Francis. Decent work again from Afriyi. But they swamp around him, the Chad players. And quite a dangerous back pass to the goalkeeper. It somehow works out there from Mantatiam. Kingsley Schindler. Most of the attacks of Chad coming down the left-hand side. This time hoping to operate around the right and just oscillating the ball a bit. And working it well into the space. They may drive through here. And a crunching tackle by Mohamed Salisu. But it's deemed to be illegal, that challenge. As Tahir Zakaria looks on. That was Jerome Opoku, the number 18 for Ghana, who gave away that foul there. Opoku, the Istanbul Basaksehir player, has just given Chad possibly their best opportunity of the entire match. Well, at least we can say they got a shot on target. That effort there taken by Azaz Guja Ibrahim. Never going to compete with the Ghanaian height and size in the box. So Ghana just holding out now, and nice little turn there from the Chad player though. Here comes Ibrahim across the box, and finally Ghana's defense called into action. Gideon Mensah, the last two, just be a little bit too casual on the ball. Ibrahim again, but there's no one waiting there, and into no man's land. possibly the brightest spark from Chad since coming on. As Guja Ibrahim. Made his debut as well in the 2-1 loss, in a 2-1 win against Mauritius rather, back in 2024. And now on for his fifth appearance. His third in this World Cup qualifying campaign. So one of the more established players, and you can see that adding to the quality on the pitch for Chad, which has been quite bereft. Sulemana. Very nice play. Here comes the number 22, Sulemana. Oh, and he's just overrun it there. Looking to win it back though. Ghana still adding pressure on the Chadian defense, and that should be a foul though. Called against Agekum. Of course, the 21-year-old eager to make his presence felt on debut. Another one of those players which no doubt we'll see a lot more of in the games to come. Has one assist for his club side this season. Agekum. Just a toe poke down and finding Sulemana, looking for the long ball this time. As Kudus is being employed further in a striking role. It would really be the cherry on top of a beautifully iced cake if the West Ham man can add to the scoreline. Yeah, at 6-0. Feels even better than 5, but of course important not to be too greedy. And just the 2 minutes to get that done. 2 minutes of allotted injury time. As the Chad defense thrashes the ball out of play. A thoroughly dominant display from Ghana. One which Otto Addo will be relishing, especially because all of his forwards have contributed. And it's one thing to perform under pressure when the opposition is difficult and to rise to the occasion. It's another thing to at least make sure that your dominance is carried out on the pitch and reflects the result. Just a bit of a scissor challenge there from Abu Francis. And giving Chad a final opportunity at some sort of consolation. As the seconds tick down here in Accra. A game that might not live long in the memory in terms of the quality, but certainly in terms of just reviving some Ghanaian hopes. A reminder that they had not won in any of their previous 8 matches. Which is really a record absolutely unbefitting of a side with so much pedigree. Ghana with their first win in international competition since beating the Central African Republic 4-3 in this very Group I for the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. It finishes 5-0. As dominant a display as you can get here. Ghana surges to the top of Group I, claims all 3 points, adds 5 goals to their goal difference, starting off through Antoine Semenyo with a nice side-footed finish. Inaki Williams headering down for a second. Jordan Ayew's penalty made it 3-0 before half-time. Mohamed Salisu, the centre-back, back into the fray with an easy header to make it 4. And then Ernst Nwama lashing home a more than deserved 5th goal to send these supporters absolutely ecstatic back to their homes in Accra, ready to share the good news with all their friends, family.
Ireland, you know, and now but menso plus so Ubun Sana Tower and important.
Ghana for no per World Cup when they change AFCON no. Strangely, because maybe Gina may be different. What the me show yes, me prefer AFCON this year. Say AFCON me prefer no. It's in Ken motivation ni nyina say intrinsically. As I said, Jordan, he's the captain of the team, and I'm expecting that Jordan should take leadership role. He should call his players in the meeting. And you to wado. Cannot tell me come on, I say. I'm expecting Jordan Ayew, the captain of the team, to call the players into a meeting. Coaches won't catch you to wado. So please, where you a player to player meeting, Otuado, you are not part. Ghana Football Association officials, you are not part. Technical team, you are not part. Every be in your part. Yampeso be and come on players Nankasa, led by the captain of the team. Okay. Sit them down, talk to them. Of course, as a someone
was footballers
exactly.
Say uncle ye failing nation no. Your time there and your advantage chain. What show when your advantage now you know. Your advantage at countries in the correct because now Ghana, Mali, Comoros, Madagascar. Yene Madagascar and the gamer a year aware ubit say no any content there then. Yene Chad. Again because be able to Morocco and I say because
Morocco no
but you 2 games against your direct rivals.
Yeah. Mali,
Comoros, Mali, our Ghana.
Oh, you advantage you.
Enti see it me Chad we na you got 12 points in we are. You do 12 points in we no.
Monday. Madagascar.
Yeah, the Madagascar. Say you come Madagascar, no you Madagascar there. And Ghana qualify for World Cup.
Not
just say you 2 games are. Yes, you have to Kruma ring. Abo. Na Chad there and Yakobo Morocco.
Oh say. So what we say group stages and so I analyze the Ghana group stages in very well. Nyamia Dumwa, you clear way free why you bebo another 2 games September. Near Sanso abo another 2 games October. I don't need baby. October, you know, you bebo Central African Republic, ewo Morocco. Near bebo free ewo Comoros. Now we check blocks now. Match
but Madagascar for no is stubborn.
I think say until America say before the match games na ye bebo no. Comoros failing to take the advantage. Because I know very well say Chad did on the show which already Comoros for no more 12 points. And see so we Ghana now we your calculations here.
This will be on calculator no.
You the Chad game no the obi e she Chad bi Chad dey say bi esibe mu esibe obi e she ni
omo na ye ne omo bo no omo she 1 goal just 1 omo so dey twato omo ni point bia 0
omo dey say obi a show mu bi
obi a dey omo na pe goals obi a dey
one me ba no
na dey no so goals
goals difference say me no ka say goals difference no Madagascar was +6
Ghana +2 Comoros +1 because of South 3 no more consider. Mali about +4.
Exactly.
Central African Republic -5.
Incredible say me you omo free.
And Chad -8.
Inti omo aye no omo pre no Madagascar, Ghana, Comoros, Mali no. Ghana ye toso miensa in terms of goal difference.
Because you know Comoros now with the same number of goals. Same number of
goal difference exactly. Goal difference no. Ghana you 2. Comoros na 1. Mali was +4. Remember what the Micho say? It's your tire. Mali for the bet tire. It's a game no me chance for need the extra will say. Results are important. but goals is also important because Saoko share Chad Wana at the same the lose game, you know, because a bedroom peppers will be goal difference, baby points in the same see be no a bedroom peppers will be number the same number of points, goal difference. And
again, Yamagana for the BIA Kai dream because you do last games now, Neko goals difference, and I say, Koye, Yokotaya, and one assembly bano, me pacho, a goals, we a goals, almost goals in every, and head to head in a day. And yet first you cry and they actually cry and you goes and of course Madagascar comfortable lead 10 points 6 goals
emphatic
6 against 2 Ghana the you say more plus 4
since and the 4 now was see clear no but still we need to clear the 4
I say clear 4
clear as I say clear 4 no enne
because Chad in the Central African Republic there. Well, be no mubi ana say umiomu.
Say there keka no. It looks like a 4 Madagascar, Ghana, Mali, and Comoros. Inti ka Central African Republic in the Chad no.
Omo no be sure.
Omo no be sure. Into you drop points against them, you are disadvantaged. Inti nyame antom ye ba be hia ba ko enne. Ye hia ba ko enne wia. Na afei nyame antom September no dru a. Na ya ba dwen Ghana ne Mali ho ofie. Inti ene goals ehia me can be so I catch a place na what camp no say analyze the table very well. It is not just about winning and ya share 1-0 into Ghana for Pukasado do ya share 1-0 ye na jubilate please at this stage send a point na 9 points 10 points 8 bim ben no if you do not score goals asamwa to ye and ye share goals no so unnecessary goals now you concede no it does not make sense
and now yeah back in my dear need betimi ama o mind to say Chad was through here because you football na akoye bibi ho you passing from the back over the years you do nkoma your central defenders mienu ene omo right left and right no so we say build up no you build up slow na party a drop it slow na kudu suswaba every animal no swaba mfimfin
slow
nti ana build up really slow and I feel like obi attach once no pass it there are times I feel
one catch pass
Bobby bank senke contem Bobby age and e be sere fans no mo ka ho play bi jebo deje na fans hunu sa
ne mo nya den so mo enjoy game
anye game no mo
so wo na we coach
me ba mo times Ghana draw play twa ne ho jebo dribble ba ko na ye just what ye emphasis be any so emphasis be any so you have to so mo boss team or mo boss team mo boss team born be emre ne bob be emre
I agree so, but you cannot control the supporters what you can so we can control
but some of the supporters are almost pick individuals
any the king and America say we cannot control ni say me no can say and the stadium friends of Kudus be
friends of
Enaki
friends of we
and no there it is a player nya ball not 10 no one they there these things you cannot control
but it is the time our elders say me only say yen support to national team because see a share your friend saying
Chad
sa ebi koso Kumasi ebi akokoso Kumasi bebre fan club na ye and I feel say a boa motivated players no but yenkro for no bidie no emmoa se wahwa obidie yemfa na se player bidie nkoyie especially players no mo yade mo fan club no ebi mu die nkoyie na we mu attack no no mo attack player no
no mu
because enye ono ni player
no
mu huru no but ono ni player na ye mistake na obi ya na o defend so what kind of a support na it is
eno die me no ya adwen
nti na ye besremo Kudus enko for Dawson Patenko for Dawson Jordan ko for Dawson Hwambiem omo Dawson
obia say Inaki
mo support omo as a team at the time obi be say ball kra no mo nyina mo support omo as a team e wa Accra Sports Stadium say ye sai indi ye yi omo free ma wonim say game okoso e wa Ghana ye bo game ebia 0-0 o first times ni ma na aye ntokwa ani achinye
we na
aye ntokwa de achinye and abo we bo because onye nipa but nipa ye the same mistake or the best obi
one possible ni
ball na say kobo ni ye na ma no oh ebi kura timi ka so pitch na sinsan na enye but obi so say na different nti mesre a World Cup, most Ghanaians for World Cup on some project. World Cup, yeah, come once, me yako kata nipa kakra ko you. Me hu Ghana for bebra. Sebianya seminar here come so kata. Me nso so mba bi mu so manya den. What you say? Obi a would obey. In case of such a chance, be bemna so be ko US bebre. E pepe se bi ono so be yeden, odu so bi timetu kwan. Obi okwa ba ba behwe, okwa akohwe nani so ade ayeden. Aba. Nti a project. Ye be say individual sem no. Omo support team na se team e ha adwen because man hu se nipa bi no dia bomu kumase e wo kroma because of we win crew for pass na nkoyie and sa because of you be nipa nti
on say koma wo ni ye nyina ye disisi a we residi aba no I agree but in primpri controlling it is difficult, so I think that what we can control what happens on the pitch, the technical team and the players. Instructing the players to say, look, you are not playing for the supporters, you are playing for the team. A good observation, what I analyze Black Stars being him say a born a transitioner. It's a chance I drain him. A check into easy no opponents, no easy no more back. Defending against Ghana, F for Papa Emre. F for because we don't move the ball quick.
Yes, I allow. Yabo na corner yentimi. Just say ye build up on you slow. Ya ina kakra ya could do any mono. Wamo sanjia yen presinti countries abakruma. Itimi pass omo central defenders.
Yeah,
itimi a pass ball no. E womo half force no more now. O allow be o keep possession 1.5 no. Time no. I na yen time ana. And also who say a time they ball not time na yede not time na ko anytime they be amoka say second half na say I say players na kick on kakra but in this games like this pressure be work as post stadium one starting year now more growing the game
I don't know any dangerous
who ne beba hwe ne beba ebedu ba bi na nya hwehwe bim na eyehuru enti some starting game here when you good starter it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You see, one of those things, na games beat say, it happen say, football, with possession, without possession, on and off the ball. Sagana Yekutabola, we are on the ball. On the ball, no. What is the attitude of the players? Game beat say, 100% I am sure. Say Yekutabola, boys never show attitude because obeso chese oye bibi. Games say the dangerous aspect here of the ball attitude, because a typical Ghanaian player Osia Chada off the ball say quickly yajibod ye finish him Chad in possession say obey discipline I cover spaces off the ball attitude no on anti. And this leads me to your conversation say Adaina Ghana ewo Semenyo Premiership no for players 5 a press pass
Semenyo count 5 players and of course Semenyo crowd answer why you be no be okroma
I Central African Republic
I'm winning games
Semenyo you have such a beast
another hard working player Jordan so Obama new create Okoba enti your press no e say coordinated so warrior ebu ba akokwa na central defenders no eyi saa ye nipa no film na nyina yase abayechi.
So off the ball attitude leads me to that question.
And again, you better try to make sure say kudusu man na chibebre. Mingu player obeje ball no center circle.
Number 10
obeje ball no center circle. Enti party one be ball the original mfimfi on the party.
And me crowd me party single pivot. Why do you have to play?
Exactly. Emu hia so omu nyina enti so omu say ayiba kudusu ba se wahwa tem bia kudus yenya ball no bi mo no a obeba na chi so oba be pe bia bo no Jordan so withdraw
na se kenti
ono so nya bi nyeden
onya bi mo
no so withdraw
Ghana for no
bia bo nse na yina wo
se Ghana supporters no na nka ball ni bia se wasa intese so pie be ball ni bi na na nka ball ni bi na nkofo hu so obo ball ni bi
one ball ni bi se wasa
of course they will say it say akwa no
onya bi mo
but the reality is that mo born number 10 number 8 no it's say you build up ni ye slow ni de bia no Ghana born ni ba be dru won na obi mba ko anam yenu gina wonchen o de bia se mo me nkan chiro
passing content
passes ni very slow
and of course ni nyina so short passes.
That is why my headache is that your individual profile of players be Say you can say you boy in the right way. Ebefa, one is how we press. Semenyo is a good presser. Jordan Ayew is a good hard-working guy. Inaki presses very well. On the team, 3 players.
Yeah.
These are 3 extraordinary guys are pressing very well. Yet, we don't press. None of them and coordinated. And until our opponents, they be almost center backs, almost possible easily. No money acquiring. And
Adebakwa Masan was recently away games in the game via Inaki Abo. Inaki plays more as a right back. Ghana would defend him. Just say would defend it against unknown player.
African Republic, Comoros.
Comoros left back. Comoros left back. And a Central African Republic left back. Na Inaki defend it yan.
No, so Inaki no.
No, yes, also Inaki my attack. And I'm saying defending Tino. The Inaki no ne stop us up player say oh mama Meshagana.
No be see asema na o kana so say boss ne nkwa attackers ne have to withdraw because also mbepe ball ni bi na afei omo ade free honom de ko say ye na ye bo na ye attack ya there is no way say Inaki beja animu honom na to no be ba so obegina the right back position and also be support the obo right back. It because a boss ne nko no they are forced to withdraw said ye be at least and ye mreche na ye mepe ball ni bi nya de ben emfa nko. That is a very big problem. Entiende from minute 1 say Ghana ya adwen say ye per win ye hia goals ye hia qualification dia call World Cup na ken from the blast of the whistle e was say Ghana chance ye say ye the ball ni tata Chad
the tata omo
e was say the ball ni tata omo teams like Chad so the ball ni tata na pressure corner so they make a lot of mistakes
and when me Spain me who say Spain for so faceda o ya time Spain chef first go anywhere Netherlands for no omo hu say omo boho
exactly yes
oje ball na no maba edu baby na Van Dijk ejina center circle no so one country about pin Spain
especially under De La Fuente me who be
Spain wo Lamiyama na fa omo
Nico Williams
omo no wachiri
enkoma wo de hwe say Spain so boho mu a on be pin in Netherlands
no so pin
so obe feeling the presence for game minimum
so
wona wo bo fie e wo say wo mani hu and say yentimi an Chad team we are ken ya complacency
one qualification by
yentimi an Chad qualifies where possible and kayenya
bro if you don't win Chad there is no point going to the World Cup because now one team say Chad o kwai den World Cup
kwaku and Chad team na ken a depleted Chad team o
asa you depleted
Chad no asa you depleted
Chad was depleted
almost star player
the star player Marius Moaji about Samsung Sport our Turkish league this season we about 26 matches we share 8 goals and 4 assists
and you want to Kingsley Schneiderlin
yes
on a top
player on a captain
but
the team Samsung Sport our Turkey
I want a right back
yes I'm on that third
Kingsley
yes
okay
I'm on that third Turkish league
okay
but the entire makers the team they depleted no captain now maybe or say penifo in your organization here the national team no wa twene ho
Wamba
almost second striker Haiva on also see a kind of Manchester United was Zambia this season we bought 2 matches watch 3 goals and the Manchester on also so atwene ho
Bobo Zambia you know say team she jesida
ken on also atwene ho o say omma because omo nya niema ye omo one player Eric Mbasum e was South African League mo Super Sports United or a midfielder on also so atwene ho free team ni mu or say because of poor organization say the captain say on madia on the captain na ya no so ma if the Chad team the key players withdraw from the national team because of poor organization and then the coach Kevin Yakasi can coach in so watching who the free national team name it's about 5 key people our Chad team name no omo nyina say international team no empanifo na dia nimu nya nyema yi nti omo atwe omo enti Chad and the performance nye team na say depleted na say Black Stars and team an Chad now me expectation at this stage Chad be gain experience kaka because 4 World Cup matches na your boy na Chad and team nya even a single win and I say one team an draw back okra ken your boss have 4 matches na san ye be the AFCON qualifies so 4 matches World Cup qualification round in no your boss have 4 no lose ye ni nyina and san ye be the AFCON qualifies
World Cup qualifications, another qualifiers, started from 2023 November. And your boy, first four, your body be see June 2024. And your share AFCON qualifiers, that's in September 2024. And the after so boss are for now one shibino. And Obebo AFCON qualifiers no Timinia 3 draws woman. And the at least World Cup nana own shibino or the Guinea experience kaka. And Obebo AFCON qualifiers no nya 3 draws no. But after Timina gaining that experience from that AFCON qualifiers down Kasamri, Obebo World Cup qualifiers down because of hard no. And a team na depleted. Key players now withdraw, head coach I withdraw from the team. It's a man telling me for my body I'm a child. Minim the local based players the Kwambuko Kujamo anymore. It's Black Stars players and net. So what person will call World Cup? Now some now President John Dramani Mahama Kai. So some to me qualify World Cup now the SCB Ghana for the better much. It's a Yawamodi Yafum. Someone to be qualify for African Cup of Nations. So what person you real finish the 2 year TDR and a must win was here a chart.
Bebree say Uchwado the tactics formation bebree or these are players we about or my players be bad players
spaces. So if you let opponents close that space, you render them useless.
And then Edison a back to first touch now because my cancer media say Adeba Kwama observe Uchwado team no ubia ejina ball no swanson or pass it and found one obetimi aye simple dia eden e amobi more na ball no e delay no because the ball e delay even 3 seconds it me close space because boy ba na wo kan na kene semenyo e bia nka 1 na nka obetimi abono 1 maybe obetimi akasa pitches no so nyeden okay obetimi abono 1 say pitch ni okay dia obetimi abono 1 o touch ya say player now you close to sa Ghanaian player no o to one step pe no close to sa space na yeka minim say pitch ni okay the moment dia but o release ball in time and no ball no release ya pace nim number 4 and number 5 for pass ball pace na e de be kwa kodu sa player no player na all ba be and say all press no e be do no press no close o montidi so ko boko back
so the ball no ko rechi
enti eye niam nkiti bi na otuado yeso man na
but if
these are top players
if there's a problem with the pitch which players now complaining so many times it's the response Otto should have known this and ojina panyin for no so no mo yejo because me pitch na mehu no I'm still not satisfied. Honestly, I'm still not satisfied with the kind of pitch na you were born also no hwema make asem tie call Mali on boy born now mo boy no ukoka I know say and entirely that is the problem. Say your problem, your pitch because one when you say your pitching, but the reality is that say you be move ball no quicker. The nature of the pitch also plays a role. And not what is the nature? Yes, say no being say your pitching, you say pitching, and your pitching. But I'm saying say if you are going to move the ball quick, if you are going to make sure say spaces now, your strikers ni yani the bema more. I was say. Bono say ya pass carpet pass media ma play bit say Thomas Tay Patia says so bobo no quick but because of the nature of the pitch he would want to control first before he makes sure say ball need that year and when they can conversation about say the more you do the more you touch the ball more and also soon our opponents they take advantage of closes our spaces so press needs to adapt to pitch because they say they are
say ebasana then omo pace no say o pitch nya kudusu mo betimi abo
omo close spaces Jordan betimi abo
Jordan abo no ni nyina beba bedi no say pitch nya but say pitch nya players they affect omo ye naki and semenyo because all the space in the court say or touch ball na say ball no e dey there and say a bounce kakra no just say pace no dey corner ball no kra be kanachi acceleration several times ABC omutim ga so obi kra the ball no kokra na ball no waja ball no wachi yenhwe eye pitch na ye ball no so these are top players omo at the highest level one new summer mess baby we no ball baby I naki ball no enye pitch ketwa no mo yuso what you say it ya to the bia ya nkasa so ye kroma no so na wom say players na mboa ba yeso ya mo bebre because as a country pitch ya the my boys no ball na enye and I pitch amali for balls pitch amali for balls and Ghana will be an Africa Central African Republic Chad the money even Kagana cry account. You muya de say nko Morocco.
Necessary say omunyina bobo.
Enso mo
Chad bobo ho. Madagascar ho sia. Say countries no omunyina why? Because the pitch is good.
Omo kra na African football no. E ho na omo na say the.
Say omo host be for about 4 to 5 games. Morocco na hosting
and omo host 2030 World Cup.
Exactly.
Omo pitches more than 20. And Ghana bitimi akobo baako so. Country for bitimi akobo baako so. Yes, struggle. Yeah, but go give the other say one pitch. And these players, omo ba na yes send you omo tem. Omo say omo bi mo more. Ebi mo more. And I say omo ye mistakes bi. But seriously, pitch e dey my boys we bobo so no. Obi beka say no omo free Ghana ha omo for yeah. And am ye sheshe the other day.
Oh say su. Nkoma wudi say nkofo bebre tifie omo form asem nko boys no omo start omo bobo asem aya. Chale. Yeah, you say boys no more problem.
Oh mama ka say ba kwencho na say air condition ba wo dem. So air condition ba ko e ba wo dem no. Once say ofri abonten ba, o say nema sesa. What you say? Obetrem kakra bia na wo so. Sa na players na dey because it just said what ba bia wo hu ade different. Why are you used to?
Yeah.
So what you say? Enti aban Ghana aban sports minister. Na sports minister ba ko no mo koye ne dey. Sika omo dey renovation go Kuruma pastor. You need good picture e dey be dey.
Bakumpo.
You need one good picture e dey be bobo. Enti boys ne dey inaki ye ka omo sem anyamo ye ka omo sem. But Elderson, ye nyina ye fair as a country. These are no local players on bobo ye dey.
No can no Kuruma complaining na.
What you say? Omo bobo Kuruma. Picture Ghana ye bobo so no. One say na no e ba no bi kwaka so na no omo kwa yi a ye mo omo pitch papa wo Libya. And also say okay say picture
yeah
sound omo kan because 1 minute panyin bi kura kasa but
it does not negate the fact that we still need a good pitch.
You need pitch for
exactly any day
kena nuntina na bi no mu feel say emre bi ban na nka CAF dey ban na was nkeba it was going to be a blessing in disguise.
CAF the countries like say na no mo pesa
because ken komo ya ye die ban Mali the last time
there were countries bi o ha na CAF almost start here na you once o mata kese bi da o ba wi as one say FIFA attach country kese bi da say Ghana o be bada bi da bi on baba be tu yefo no ma kire so mo sreye o ma say apaya chokra say o mo sreye because onim say kam chichi na wo bo no ye nkrofo bi o ma o dwen say CAF mo ni je say ye free musa no
dabi
na mo bia ni nje
dabi
Morocco na ye nko bi no bebre ni nje den
but komo ye strict on us the last time I ban Mali no yeah, but the last qualifiers now Ghana come Mali home no. After the ban, na Mali team ya prepare stadium mako 10. Ama kafa kwa inspect mu 6. Ama omaji atum. 4 na yes. Mali 4 na akano. Afei na kafa kwa ye hu inspection. Senkasa ban ne baya. By this time I am telling you for a fact. And he was stadium be 4 and 5. I yes standardized and ke betimi abo match.
And again, yeah, stadium asem. Uni say Ghana was stadiums ba. Se Kumasi ho Accra ho Tamale na stadium yo
ebi ho
Takoradi na stadium yo
ebi ho
away
ye jama na say na transport stadium le baba ken enye kotoko ne ha sanka say
Mr. ma yin transfer na me sana semba akopɛ ma so asɛ Blasters man transfer na me sana fase ma me na me sana sem one say na no Elderson one dey see Yasmi say o hasich o Blasters chobia because your friend goalkeeper. Kotoko mo friend mo player ben.
Ya friend player bia.
Mo de se mo didi ache. Mo de players dey say ya friend anti da ba ko anko say na no na. Say Yasmi kasa na Blasters be winning and na Blasters be ko World Cup because has goalkeeper in.
So Blaster rapper now.
Say the Blasters dey. Yasmi. Oba boko dey.
Boko.
And what's the national team atade? Frank no. Just in fatal. Dress na bia kama
se kokko
se ya dia
mo de me kasa kotoko asem
just no kokko
na Blaster
da enye kotoko de nya red we bia
red we bia
red egugum
boss red we bia kama
okay sa enti na bibia be kama
oh ya bonya me mpae
so bo sia bodu
ya boys no
uduku ne nyasem kotoko
omu ya ni mu ase ene de esra wo mo kotodwogu fom Jordan you ni boys no Semenyomo Williams mo kudu na ke betimi ase basis ba ko nkran ne de ye be se nkran fo no omo support omo na ensia na akehye no kumase no enkonkramaye
okay
momo nkotena se nyenhwe ha enkom anuntum omo boys ni mora na mse child nko ade yentimi anhye obi awo krom ha na
Franca o Ghana Blasters national team no o dressing na fechen kotokode no a wo de ban wo hu wa adwan ba so Edison confirm my enyesa say we so what we say I say yes national team ne de no
oh me pe
kotokode ne bebre na se kotokoduku you know the red ne boniti asemaba I say be obaka so wanya yi
oh David red and white
oh boss
yes so this oboro but so oboro red ne nko asa na abedwen ana
David kotokode ne say ya bia
David o the red ne nko abo ti ade so o say green obo green and yellow no ne de
e cham de bebo miti aba wo de obemu
sir
kama
o chira for boat na
e quality chewe
o ba we ni be video we ni
na nda mo fa nko
ah be hwe na okay
boss me so me be di ni birthday I got a champion or US bronze New York and then the birthday I got Nyankopon we shall be baby
I got a
champion yes
oh, New York,
US
okay.
bronze
me that say well pan you know to nchen no agree no sikara bag in the bon nchen sa no
I really so them fie me fie tena you be no more item I like to Ashanti.
Yes, fancy ma chat here for Makwaba. You have a little bit of discussion on African qualifiers when it comes to the World Cup. Then ya boy Europe the Nations League quarterfinals need to be back so no kakra. So Shadrack beat me aboya. Over the table for the World Cup qualifiers or the African continent in this one. Ubewuni said the dynamics no kakra. There's a little bit of surprises within the list of teams yes some more competing qualify for the World Cup. Fancy the introduction said ye be the AFCON no e de adebako enedi kan buy ye di kan de buy na say increase the level of competition in the competition itself. It is a obeste dia because say you what 24 nations in it no obi aba no because third place slot no e betimi akodi amano amana qualify to the next round of the competition. The World Cup game so na de ba ko amase who said they are as compared to what we saw with the AFCON abra ye game no another level of competition aba in the World Cup qualifiers. So say the second position slot no very important to other nations. It is very important to other nations in here say they are not so much enthused about qualifying for the World Cup in as much as omu dreamy say I was see a yokosi aka World Cup. My opinion is that they have an opportunity to qualify for the playoffs. Now, Francis said, oh, but the playoffs now only Asia and Oceania for the Bobo. FIFA Bema Mustakakra. It is Kababa. Number 2, you get an exposure. It's a man second position now very tight. Now, checking in terms of a group A. Group A, Egypt, Sierra Leone, and there is Ethiopia. And there's Guinea-Bissau, there's Burkina Faso, and there's Djibouti. But Katabu we came born Kabul is Egypt that first and like one compete Egypt. Burkina Faso. Yeah. But ni Sierra Leone for no abe sa Burkina Faso ho. Aba be dasro. We can fancy a team say and we Sierra Leone we give it by 3 goals to 1. Now 3 goals to 1 no mo win no. Enye bibi e wo se etra no kan wan sem bebre but enkofu me no story attached to it akono. Because Ocheki Egypt for now, Egypt with 10 points and Egypt will travel away to Ethiopia. And we are fasting. Away to Ethiopia and home away from home in Ethiopia for nobody because Ethiopia for the stadium. It's only one Labia Zauli Stadium El Morocco. And when I only Egypt for no Egypt in Morocco there. I say the same weather. Trezeguet, Mohamed Salah, Omar Mamouche. They will stand tall and try and get results against Ethiopia. Ethiopia for AFCON no pass me one for the Ethiopia they born but the competition as Sierra Leone they are more when we say Egypt and the only nation I watch Sierra Leone in the group. Sierra Leone equal away to Burkina and 2-2. Egypt crushed Sierra Leone by 2 goals to 0. Sierra Leone Djibouti. Sierra Leone about share anyone against Guinea-Bissau. Yeah. Now, AFCON qualifiers for moment to qualify. About qualifying no more coach, they consider 10 goals in 6 matches. And a former player Mohamed Kalon Benaba. Wow, share South Africa 96 bia remember Mohamed Kalon abo Inter wabo Monaco on the dia mo the World Cup qualifiers here mo games yi diko. Now the history he has with Sierra Leone over South Africa 96 abo mo win our first game against Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso came with the Sami brothers, Ibrahim Sami, even in the team, Kamagati, and Sugestel, Sierra Leone. That was the only game Sierra Leone won in the group stage in 96, and the man did better. He became the captain of the team. 2010 AFCON, 2010 World Cup, went to me from qualifying, so I was on the team on the captain with him.
Okay.
But now he is back coaching the team. Not only coaching the team, but see a key player is Stephen Corker. Chris Mark Rangers, we are now Obama Sierra Leone national team.
Corker.
As I say, one national team, no person training one day. It's in Chenkaka. Even though some master of K Kamara, remember K Kamara was 40 years. He's still playing for the Sierra Leone national team. But now a Jumani na one player so Juma Ba a player Manchester City assigning in Chebia. Omasane no mo lomi na our Syrians. On say Manchester City ko far almost center back Kusanov with our Syrians. I'm mo replace no with Juma Ba. Now Juma Ba coming up in the game, that was the first time we bought game no. And Guinea-Bissau had Jadel, Jorginho, and Beto Obama Everton. Now we were doing Akodawi. I know they break the jinx of Ebia saw the Sierra Leone and Echo trophy. But I think said the history books, any idea Mohamed Kalon, Oporia, Stephen Corker, K Kamara, these guys are the Sierra Leone national team. No, he will be there to help them. Good results for them. Omoto so second now, because you book have now, Burkina Ofie, Ethiopia Ofie, nations be no more with you. The only team away is Egypt. So there are possibility of becoming one of the second best placed teams in the World Cup qualifiers. Sierra Leone will be there. But Egypt, Ethiopia. O check it group B now. Group B ni pressure ya dem kakra because we be Sudan ba. We be Senegal ba. Now the other nations in the be omoda. O chere ba be Senegal and Sudan game no into details. Ni ahwe kwan Senegal and Sudan obesity afaso a ende. Ene kwasi apia muju mo betimi edi. But DR Congo opportunity not to close the gap because DR Congo na fiabo. So DR Congo na fiabo. Ono was 7 points. Otimisha na obetimi aba 10. Because only Samu team we na say wuntimi Hassan Mutematu wuntimi shena wuntimi nyona dia, then it becomes very difficult for you to get results. But go fie na wuntimi answer because China Senegal and Sudan betima pai. Senegal 8, Sudan 10. Sudan will wish for a draw, Senegal will wish for a win. And we will be say time. It is a Dr. Congo now to turn your way. No home win. I'm fair tia and South Sudan. DR Congo. Yeah. It is they will need to win this game at all costs. Quality players within this team, but sometimes I'm really shocked with Fancy the kind of results I know. Maybe 2 years or more enough quality to pass through a lot of these games because African qualifiers here or qualify top your group near that. But when it comes to the World Cup qualifiers, they will need to get a second position to ensure that be a mononamno results no etimi akuye e dia mamo. First time I no almost so ni monaso no munya results no enfamo. In Group C, you could see say and also dynamics are quite different from whatever that you've been watching for some time now. So in Group C of the World Cup qualifiers, we say Rwanda also second, Benin also first, Benin above 5 matches, Rwanda above 4, South Africa also third. Pressure in
for Group C ni. Benin. Yes, Rwanda 7. Yes, South Africa 7. Yes, Lesotho 5. Nigeria 3.
Nigeria 3.
Zimbabwe 3.
Nigeria 3 points.
But Nigeria went to
Rwanda away.
Obeshe.
Ana South Africa go home to Lesotho. South Africa home ni the end South Africa beshe. Okay. Mamelodi Sundowns boys in the form, no quality of Madina. South Africa will be scoring in this particular game. I don't think they will cause a huge threat for South Africa, so South Africa will feel to even get a result against them. Because South Africa could have not made a Modi and Messi say their fancy. Many shows will be beating us already. The likes of Basayebe, Toby Makwena, these guys, you know, the quality is there. They will get results. But Nigeria caught to Rwanda. First, Rwanda results, you know, in recent times at the AFCON, Akosei. So I check Rwanda DR in terms of our results, Nancy, fancy. Our last game so Mabono, a match of South Sudan 2-1. A man you to South Sudan away. A match of Nigeria 2-1 away. A match left here you to Libya 1-0. I'm a match of Djibouti 3-0. Meaning in their last 5 games, you know. Omo games bi ofia mo watch mo kakra na the game omo ofia mo watch mo against Libya. And Libya they are AFCON qualifiers. They are trying to build their league with foreign players. But in terms of individual quality players, I don't think they are there. They will need to do a lot of work to get up to a standard level here. But a huge pressure is on Nigeria. And let them here Kwakobo World Cup near checking group first and second. And Kawanza ka South Africa no Nigeria na that first and second. Victor Boniface, Victor Osimhen. Who players win na Messi Simon, Ademola Lookman. That's all what 3 points are. Fancy. I'm not sure, sir.
It's serious.
I'm not sure, sir. Nigeria will be happy with the results. In their last 5 games, Omukoshe Libya and the command say, okay, so Omukwa airport issues by it. I will do 3 points. And the corner of AFCON qualifiers in the community here. And the core here, no Tomo. Omuni Benin Kobo 1 away. Omutine feel you shoot Rwanda 2-1. Omuni Ghana goalless. That was a friendly match here with Bobo anyway. Then almost as Ghana by 3-1. You look at Nigeria performances in Rwanda and also in recent times now. First results in favor. In the last 5 matches between Nigeria and Rwanda, 0-0. 2-0 for Nigeria, 0-0. Another 0-0. 2-1 loss in the last 5 matches against Rwanda. Nigeria really won. That was back in 2012, and Nigeria also Rwanda by 2-0. Ahmed Musa, Eniuche. No African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Yes. It makes this game very difficult. Nigeria and Ankasa to fancy almost fixtures number because after Rwanda they have to play Zimbabwe. About Zimbabwe, now see a combat and also South Rwanda game. About South Africa, about Lesotho, no South Benin. They can't afford to miss another World Cup. Personally, also because South Africa will definitely win today. Good day among these teams. So some adversary the table that's how to swamaya. You realize, say, in the day of the qualifiers, and then Ubenya, Cape Verde, Cameroon, Libya, Angola, and fancy. What a game between Libya and Angola. Libya leading 1-0 throughout. Now my dream now is Libya beating Maka because Libya na 1-0 need to call Libya about 10 points. Koni Cape Verde about equal. Cameroon na kobo draw Eswatini. Before Yabasa could break Cameroon and Libya na bebo. Sisi Angola and Shedan in the discussion as to who is going to qualify for the World Cup because of the Bio Moda. Angola at to play Ghana group in the AFCON and the qualify koi. But when it comes to the World Cup qualifiers, Cameroon, any Libya no more lucky horse. Meaning say Cape Verde a hard game. But Cape Verde endless game no bo and our way to Angola will fee. Likely say Angola be round with not Angola with 10 points. Itika Libya it me a share Angola. Libya need no over 2 years in 10 points, whereas Angola be lagging behind in 6 points. Itika Angola accomplish Cape Verde, Angola be 9 on 10. Sangola ko 9 na Cameroon cross so kwa ko Libya. Cameroon no be 12. Libya e be gina 10. That means 2 points adrift and some yakwaba. E ba say Libya no be tori because omo wo do group ni Libya ye dey abo mo because obo Angola na so obo Cameroon omo wo dey no obo ma ye dey. But Cameroon no ebo Cape Verde no a ono so kwa ko Libya ana ototo so obo so team yo kwa ko Libya no ye koba ono no Angola match ye dey ebo meaning ka Libya ne betimi afa ho e dia qualify ana Libya so ko share 1 mila otete ho sa ana Angola for ne bete ka no ball about 90 plus 10 minutes Freddy no play ball to net pine Libya very good team. I know some league may Pijadeba. They have a lot at stake to work for. Dagu, Said Mohammed, consistency for these players. Al Kuja, Oswanda, they could not win the game. 12 game for Libya. So many teams can qualify. But I think say Yabama, Yadamia, Cameroon will need to do a lot against Libya. Now Cameroon more than a share, and not so much convincing. Ona na Philippo ba begina ho kire se bi emo fit say me me say bia circumstances ana surround the omo travel and they call a Nelspruit and na me feel say and I know say Cameroon there was no one meeting me because one energy no almost suffer from burnout what must be kwa match as of 2:20 na mada so na mkwemo by bus 4:15 and opansa na wakwa do hotel ahode me na do kwa kubo fancy adeba kwa na me ya na ye say the state of Eswatini bo mo qualify matches so South Africa the first player for player the Spain of Cameroon Christopher Wu Carlos Baleba and this akrampa mo game review we Carlos Baleba the midfield ma o Magri Christian Basagok yeah or Vincent Abubakar or Brian Mbeumo. These guys are game changers. One break one Eswatini, one maybe. Not going allowed the call. Cameroon I say omu lead game no mo boy na Kasalefasi. We game just omu lead by 3 goals to nil. Munyo no mo pass. Now your next game is against Libya at home. And you need to perform beyond reasonable doubt against Libya. And that's how I watch it. And this is what I'm looking up to. So someone you know no more the fans show fear. The results is really going to hurt them in the long run. Cameroon about 2 matches with 7 goals. I consider 1. Almost 6 points. As compared to Libya, on about 3 matches with 5. But Libya more than in our way. Libya more than we considering 1 goal, we say 1 goal. That means Libya keeping it tight. The likelihood so better Cameroon about Bruno and was so. Side group, I think Libya Cameroon will decide who is going to qualify for the next round in terms of the group D. Group E, Morocco qualify. What do you mean touch it? Because Morocco, Niger, fancy Morocco at 3 and then Morocco will definitely go and win. Yeah. And away game. Yeah. So Morocco is far gone. But in Group F, Gabon, Ivory Coast, fancy. Gabon play Morocco ba na yang mon tokwa be ene la mi na mo yemotim no yebebo ene omo topic group no with 12 points fancy omo 5 solid matches with 12 points almost 10 goals are conceded 5 that means omo lose only 1 game in their journey for the World Cup qualifiers and what they know so Ivory Coast so as 12 goals omo conceded goal but more 10 points. That means Ivory Coast is so about draw back. But fancy, these 2 teams, are setting themselves apart from the rest of the teams. And African game back up against goes Bemu Pai Kenya and Gambia 3-3. And I'm saying again we African games can normally under. But you look at Ivory Coast, you look at Gabon. Fancy, I think Ivory Coast will win their game. It's really way not Ivory Coast in the top group I'm at the other I don't know one change here, but there's still a dingra. Top indeed coming now as a team they are really going to get their results from that particular state. And I think say in Group AG Mozambique show your wonders. Mozambique at top out of 5 games in France more 12 points. Mozambique has 9 goals I consider 6. Second Algeria will also win their game. Only Mozambique Beboso. I think the tie is between the 2 of them. I'll bet me any other results. Tunisia and Namibia so Boso. Tunisia 13 points, almost 7 goals. Someone considered out of the 5 games. That means someone more draw back and almost the rest of the games. But when you look at Namibia, fancy almost 7 goals are considered 1. Namibia were 11 points.
And see, say, I know the last time you didn't come America say some mistakes now in the past. Maybe more years so Namibia there's some counting again.
Anything and the market
Chada or mobile. What's a Comoros or mobile? Obete Ebia Zimbabwe or mobile. But and then
ball na sisa
obia wo ball no ball
we mo World Cup qualifiers so
players I was Europe
Algeria ne Mozambique ogu na Mozambique na top
yeah Senegal
and Sudan let's be on the table Ivory Coast we be na that ball top the way the African continent game is but I think I've really enjoyed the qualifiers and fancy the way and the game is a little bit my head. Okay. Afaso at the Ako.
Well, Mezame da say me bomb marriage at Newton Mezana on in Canada. You may not tell them Black Stars where to take and okay, my main message I'm for the banner. When you if or your missus Tina Mrs. Ketwakra now say our tier line from Cape Coast Black Stars all the way we will score chart 3 goals to 0 and if Mrs. Edebe for Juma Ketwakra I want to say no Tina Munina Monfampa in Techni Empire King chat for Bompire Pass and it's Tintinamo I am okay let's check Ghana game for we don't have time today go Ghana let's say Yabba so Black Stars in the Bama Afro Yabba game be was here do Rabia and I have a video I screen I ready area and I need to know so screen in ready and you're ready
I ready we are coming come Cosino then basic message about Arsenal for his sack no energy and common say be at the right time international yes international how but I'm very sad for Pochettino as a manager. I'm very sad for Pochettino but look as a young manager you know me Pep Guardiola me penalties baby me penalties yeah Pep I didn't see free Pep in the dressing room how many players in the casino
okay
how the comic behavior na to get the best out of these guys you know yeah no me Pep now apart from that I also look at other managers any idea